Well, I'm here in my office with my good friend Senator Sheldon Whitehouse of Rhode Island, and the two of us just came back from the White House for a bill signing ceremony with the President on our Save Our Seas Act, which was enacted into law today. And I want to thank Senator Whitehouse for his great leadership on this issue. And this is an example of strong bipartisanship on an issue that impacts everybody. It impacts America, certainly impacts Alaska, it impacts Rhode Island, and that's the big challenge we have with ocean pollution, ocean debris, plastics, and it's something that's preventable. We can work on it together, and we had a good start today, an important start on a bill that Senator Whitehouse and I have been working on for the last 2 years, and it was satisfying. So again, Sheldon, thank you. It was a really good day at the White House.
Thank you, Dan. It was a good day, and I appreciate very much your leadership in all of this. This whole thing kicked off when Senator Sullivan was willing to host a hearing on marine plastic debris in the Environment Public Works Subcommittee that we share. Without that, none of this would have happened, and I learned a lot in that hearing about Alaska, because we in Rhode Island, we have beach cleanups all the time, and we do our beach cleanups with basically trash bags. And we learned in the hearing that in Alaska, they have to do beach cleanups with dumpsters and front-end loaders and barges, because the Pacific is the worst source for this marine plastic debris. So to have worked through from that original hearing to today, having the President sign the bill into law, was a really good set of steps. And I'm particularly excited that Dan's willing to continue to work, and in fact is not just willing, he's like eager to go on Save Our Seas 2.0, a next piece of legislation, and we're getting terrific bipartisan support from colleagues, even colleagues from landlocked states.
That's right. That's right. And one other thing that was, I think, evident today, and Senator Whitehouse and I both talked about it, the Trump administration, at our urging, but I think they're also motivated on their own, have really tried to make this an important part of what they're doing in the executive branch. So, for example, the newly negotiated NAFTA agreement between Canada and Mexico has a provision in it dealing with ocean debris. And at the G7 and the G20 summits, a lot of countries are focused on this, but it's good to have the administration behind it. The President had some strong words for countries today that we need to work with, but also say, hey, you got to quit dumping into the oceans. About almost 90% of the ocean debris that washes up on the shores of America comes from 5 countries in Asia, and believe it or not, from just about only 10 rivers in Asia. So if we can work internationally, which is what our bill called for, that the Trump administration needs to work on an international way to address this, that's going to be really the key, not just the cleanup. And we heard from the President today that not only are they continuing to do it and are doing it, but the President himself said that this is a top priority for him.
We had the Commerce Secretary there, the Admiral who is the head of NOAA there, and I really want to give you, Dan, a lot of credit for, in addition to being a leader and the Republican chief author on the legislation, Dan has also been super engaged in dealing with the administration to make sure it was an executive branch priority as well. And that clearly was reflected in what the President had to say today. So great work to you on banging the drum throughout the administration to get this moving forward.
So wrapping up, big challenge to America, big challenge to the world in terms of keeping our oceans clean. But it's a preventable problem that we can all work on. And what I think people should take away in terms of a hopeful aspect of this, Democrats and Republicans, and again, Senator Whitehouse has been the leader. I'm giving him all the credit, the leadership he's had on this in the Senate, but Democrats and Republicans working closely on this with the administration and other countries. Senator Whitehouse and I have actually met with ministers from other countries to press them on this. But it's an area where today I think we had good progress and good momentum. We're going to keep working on it in the legislative branch, and I think we got a commitment from the President today for the executive branch to keep working on it as well. So my friend Sheldon Whitehouse, again, thank you.
And the bill passed unanimously.
Unanimously.
It wasn't just bipartisan, we got it unanimous.
It was unanimous.